Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This month I have for you a tutorial around how to get your paper prepared for acrylic painting. But before we get started, it would be amazing if you could please like this video and also share with a creative friend. And if you'd like to be informed when I next load up a video, please subscribe to my channel and you'll be automatically notified. Alrighty guys, let's get started. When you're working with paper, especially when you're working with acrylics on paper, it is a good idea to prepare your paper first, okay? So paper soaks up moisture in your paints more readily than canvas, and that can be a little bit of a bother. So I'm not sure how well you can see on the screen, but I did some trials in here for you, and this is what I did. So on this half here, I painted the whole page in gesso. If you haven't heard of gesso, this is what it is. I use the Darabont Matisse one often. It comes in all sorts of colors. I use the white. This is just an example of an antique blue gesso. And basically gesso is a special type of preparatory paint that you can use on any surface pretty much. And it's got a bit of plaster in the mix. So it dries beautiful and nice and matte. And it's a nice sort of seal before starting with acrylics. So highly recommended to start with some gesso. So this side here, I painted with gesso. I just did one layer of gesso. I let it dry. Then I taped a square with this tape here, the Husky tape, which is blue. And down here, I taped a square with washi tape, which is a Japanese paper-based tape. On this side, instead, I taped it first, then did my gesso, let it dry. Over here, I taped it first, then did my gesso, let it dry, and then I painted. And then I took off my tape. So on this side, the tape didn't come off anywhere near as well. It tore here, and I have a few sort of leaked edges over here as well. And then on this side, they were beautiful and crisp. So the idea here is to use your paper first, tape it with something appropriate. So Husky tape is designed as an artist tape, and it's designed to be low tack, which just means not too sticky, so it doesn't stick on too much and then tear. So you want an artist tape, or washi tape worked well as well. Then do your gesso. You're actually meant to do your gesso one way in one direction, and then leave it to dry, and then the other direction, leave it to dry, and then sand it, and then paint. So that's your best practice. Also, when you are painting with gesso, you are meant to use a little bit of water in the mix with your gesso. I tend not to do that, but that's the recommendation. And then once your artwork is dry, then you can peel your tape off. I highly recommend not leaving your tape on for too long, because otherwise it does start to adhere too much to the paper and can result in tearing. Okay, so they're my tips on paper.